has announced the federal government support for the construction of a plant in Nasarawa State. Dr. Alake said the plant is projected to generate more than 10,000 jobs nationwide, adding that it has the projection of $400 million in foreign direct investment.
Nigeria is building a groundbreaking $400 million rare earth and critical minerals processing plant slated for Nasarawa State, championed by the federal government and spearheaded by Hassitins Commodities Limited. This project, touted as Africa's largest, holds the promise of ushering in a new era of industrial growth, creating thousands of jobs and fundamentally altering Nigeria's economic landscape. Remember that the potential valuation of the Nigerian mining sector, if truly harnessed, is over $700 billion. Yet currently, the mining sector contributes about 1% to the country's total GDP.
The Minister of Solid Minerals Development, Henry Dele Alake, has disclosed that the mining sector for decades has remained dormant, contributing less than 1% to the gross domestic product GDP. Alake disclosed this in Abuja at the African Commodity Conference, an exhibition with the theme Building Generational Wealth, Leveraging Minerals Resources for All Nigeria.
A fraction not even close to a fraction of its actual potential. The allure of rare earth elements lies in their indispensable role in modern technology. Despite their name, these 17 metallic elements are not exceptionally rare in the Earth's crust, but they are rarely found in economically concentrated deposits. They are the silent enablers of our digital age, integral components in everything from smartphones and electric vehicles to renewable energy systems, medical devices, and defense applications. For decades, global supply chains for these crucial minerals have been concentrated in a few regions, leading to vulnerabilities and geopolitical concerns. For a country like Nigeria, possessing significant deposits of these minerals offers a unique opportunity to not only meet domestic needs but also become a vital supplier on the international stage, thereby strengthening its economic resilience. The Nigerian government, under President Bola Tinubu, has made the development of the solid minerals sector a top priority. The Minister of Solid Mineral Development, Dr. Dele Alake, has consistently emphasized the administration's commitment to moving beyond the traditional export of raw materials.
Wishing to come and invest in the solid minerals industry or sector in Nigeria, henceforth, must add local value. Without that, we shall no longer license any company, anybody, any institution, any corporate organization that does not have local value addition as an integral and critical factor of the execution of its project.
The vision is clear: add value through local processing, stimulate job creation, attract foreign direct investment, and significantly increase the mining sector's contribution to the nation's GDP. Currently, mining accounts for less than 1% of Nigeria's GDP, but the government aims to expand this to a more substantial 10% by 2026.
Attracting investment, formalizing artisanal mining, improving data availability, enhancing environmental sustainability, and promoting local value addition. Building generational wealth, a shared responsibility. The question here we must ask ourselves: how do we ensure these resources translate into wealth for not just a few, but for every Nigerian today and for generations to come?
This rare earth project in Nasarawa is seen as a cornerstone of this ambitious economic diversification strategy, symbolizing a shift towards a more industrialized, self-sufficient economy. It is important to distinguish between this $400 million investment for the construction of the rare earth processing plant and earlier governmental financial commitments of a separate $600 million earmarked for broader mining exploration initiatives across the country, which was intended to identify and quantify mineral deposits, assess their commercial viability, and lay the groundwork for future extraction projects. Therefore, while both figures relate to the development of the solid minerals sector, the $600 million is for initial exploration and resource assessment, whereas the $400 million is specifically targeted at building the processing infrastructure for rare earths and critical minerals. The specifics of the project paint a promising picture. The $400 million foreign direct investment is poised to create over 10,000 jobs nationwide, a monumental impact given Nigeria's employment challenges. Pasatin's Commodities Limited plans to significantly ramp up its processing capacity, initially from 6,000 to 18,000 metric tons. This expansion isn't merely about extraction, it's about establishing sophisticated processing capabilities that can transform raw minerals into valuable finished products. The ripple effects are expected to be substantial, encompassing skills transfer to the local workforce, the adoption of advanced technology, and a deeper integration of the mining sector into the broader national economy. By processing these critical minerals within Nigeria, the country aims to capture a larger share of the value chain, rather than exporting wealth in its raw form. This strategic move could position Nigeria as a key player in supplying the essential materials that power the global high-tech and green energy industries. However, the path to realizing this vision is not without its hurdles. While the government's enthusiasm is evident, some observers point to lingering uncertainties that require clarity for the project's long-term success.